I was in Dalton, Massachusetts, planning to have a typical rest day until I got some huge news. While we were heading out to get lunch, Pac-Man texted and said that he met someone that offered to let us all stay in his lake house. And you'd think, what? People just offer for hikers to stay in their house? Yes, apparently that's something that happens on the AT. It hadn't happened to me so far, but now, oh my gosh, it sounds so nice, and that's where I'm going right now. I left Tom Lavardi's and now I'm going to get picked up. Oh my gosh.
That's it, a silent recording?
No one could just think of anything to say.
Oh my God. They don't know me, but maybe I'll have something to say. What do you most want to do? Wash your clothes, wash yourself, get on the lake, boat, paddleboard, kayak. What is it?
Something about a hot tub.
Hot tub. Hot tub.
Shower at some point.
Shower.
Smoke back there?
Yep. And then dinner at some point, but I think none of us
Can't zoom in.
right now.
And then tomorrow it's...
Oh, let's go.
Alright, come on in.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
Scream when you get in, but you're not going to be like, oh, this is the hot tub. Alright, okay. And then we have tubes and stuff in the gazebo.
Everyone settled in, I did some work on videos, and then it was time to take a ride. Heck yeah, you all, we're about to be on a boat! We are on a boat!
Pull that.
With drinks and a fine assortment of snacks at hand, we took a tour around Lake Pontusek.
What do you do?
Last night before bed, I was thinking, it's gonna be hard, but tomorrow we gotta get up and get ready to hike. None of this accidental 0-day business that we've done like so many times throughout this trip. But then this morning, our lovely hostess Joanne was asking, so do you guys want to stay another day? Do you want to go back? And some of my friends were like, we'll stay a day. And I was like, but guys, we gotta stick to hiking. And they were like, when else are we gonna have this opportunity? And just like that, I was sold. How often in life do you get to chill with your AT friends in a beautiful lake house, enjoying the day, enjoying spending time together? Not often. Just like that, it's settled. We're staying another day, and I'm so excited to relax and take it all in.
Well, you'd have to have...
It wouldn't be bad aim. You're practicing so much.
Asperger's on.
I decided that I wanted to do the trail when I was in college, so he moved over there.
I scared him. I'm sorry, Bruce.
And I gave him a little bit of, the chaos too. He still is in a little bit later August, certainly early September. Are we doing ice cream? Do we need shoes if we're gonna?
No, we don't need shoes.
And a little grass for.
Oh, you make me miss my Henry. Got your tongue. Oh.
The mountains were still waiting. Mount Greylock was in the distance watching us. But for the time being, we were so thankful for Joanne's hospitality and just enjoying our time on the lake together.
Bruce, come on.
I got a sea salt caramel truffle cone. I always love caramel, so it looks delicious.
Cheers.
Hot dogs for breakfast?
After a great little 0 day and a great morning and a great, the day we arrived, we have to get back to the trail at some point. But I'm trying to remember how I felt my first day, being like, wow, I am actually hiking the Appalachian freaking Trail. And just this, I'm always going to remember this for the rest of my life. It's just when it's day to day, you don't remember how important it is in the long run of things. So right now I'm like, oh, I gotta pack up my pack, gotta put the food I just bought in my pack, gotta change my shoes out of my Crocs to my hiking shoes. But you gotta think about the big picture. And what I'm trying to focus on is just being fully present in the moment, hiking the Appalachian freaking Trail.
Okay, so we're gonna go right to that low point. We're gonna go right up here, and back into that.
We'll probably go up that straight and up.
If you look at the topographic, you'll see.
I'm climbing Mount Greylock, the tallest point in the state of Massachusetts, I think. Maybe it's just the tallest on the AT. But anyway, it's a toughie, that's for sure. A lot of times it's flat and then steep, so I'm really liking the flat parts. But I'm on a steep part right now, I think. Luckily, I have 2 trekking poles again. Smoke Master was using just one and carrying the other So we switched our pole situations. Thank goodness that worked out so well. I also noticed it's getting foggy. When I was eating lunch looking across at Mount Greylock, you could see the cloud sitting on top of the mountain. So that's fun. I know I'm in the cloud now, and that's a cool feeling. There's a lodge at the top of the mountain, and we got beer.
Yeah.
Got some chafing from the hole in the back of my shirt rubbing against, or my skin, because of the hole in my shirt rubbing against my pack. Big owie. It hurts so bad. Great news. We were going to walk 3 more miles to the next shelter, and I was like, okay, I'm ready, mentally prepared. And then there was a possibility. They're full tonight. You can't sleep in a bunk. But we asked, and they said we could sleep on the floor for $15. Pac-Man asked specifically. Man of the hour right here, folks.
Can you imagine that watching through a quad like this up there?
So they have something like this?
No, they keep.
I hope so.
Which is good, because you're probably motivating them to do it. She's like, I know what you're thinking. I don't think. We were saying.
I'm getting a late start today for a few different reasons. I'm sick. I have a stuffy, runny nose and a sore throat, and I'm just very tired, not feeling the best. Very frustrated at starting late, but that's the way it goes.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Waiting for the...
Sometimes I really hate the fact that I committed to doing a cry count. But honestly, yes, I am crying right now because I'm just so frustrated. It's a beautiful day. It would have been really nice to get an early start. And this keeps happening. Really, in the grand scheme of things, this isn't even a bad day. It's fine. I'm just so tired and so frustrated. I can't help but cry.
think I met you at McDonald's.
You can get pictures of that.
I just took a nap in a Trail Angels car. And now it's 4 o'clock and I've done less than 6 miles today, so that's why they call me the Speed Demon, I guess.
I don't tell you when to wait, when to go.
Uh-oh. What are we coming up to?
Tell me. I know, the border. Me and Bug Ride officially done, no bow section. Thanks to everyone that we met for making our hike so much fun. Aw.
We know that.
That's awesome.
Officially done with Massachusetts. We only have 3 states left total. This is our, let's see, because we cross Vermont to New Hampshire to Maine. So this is our 3rd to last state line. Oh my gosh, if the mosquitoes weren't eating me alive right now, I would be having a moment, honestly. But right now, I am just, let's get out of here. Vermont is nicknamed Vermud, similar to how Pennsylvania is Rocksylvania on the AT. So far, it's been an obstacle, I guess, but at the end of the day, not that bad. My shoes aren't soaked, and it just takes a little creative thinking, which way am I gonna go?
I would change the viewpoint that it wasn't that bad pretty quickly, but bear in mind this was my first day of it.
It's getting dark, but because of the late start and the nap in the Trail Angels car, I haven't really met how far one should go today. Smokemaster is meeting me up here though, so I'm not alone or anything, but walking later than I want to be, that's for sure.
Those days were pretty mentally tough for me. Even going to the lake house couldn't fix that. Although it was a really nice break. The week of the AT, where I was mostly in Massachusetts, was a pretty good week, but it sure had its own challenges too. Let's talk about it. What I noticed about the landscape and season changing. First of all, the season, it was slightly less hot. It was late July, early August, and there must have been a heat wave or something the week before, but thankfully it cooled down a bit. And that was really cool too because it made there be less bugs. Thank goodness. What I noticed about the landscape is there is more and more areas where it's pine trees and moss and ferns. Those are getting more frequent the more north we get, and it's so cool to see. As far as the difficulty of the terrain, it's definitely not as hard as it's about to be the further we get into New England. But there were more hills than we were used to. Also, it was cool to notice so many berries and all different kind of mushrooms along the trail too. The common experience with the other hikers that I'm hiking around was that everyone was really relieved when it was not as hot and less buggy. It wasn't just me freaking out, it was really hard on everyone. So that was great. Also, it's like the end is sort of in sight, but it's definitely still plenty to go. Ooh, and this was the week where us northbounders started crossing paths with the southbounders. So they started in Maine in June, and so they've done what we're about to do, and we've done what they're about to do. So it was pretty cool. I had a few good conversations about, like, what do we watch out for? What was your favorite part? That was really cool to exchange information. I did notice some southbounders would be coming down the trail. You'd be like, hey, how you doing? Are you through hiking? And they'd be like, yep. And keep walking past. That's okay though. If they want to hike like that, no shade. I'm just saying that's what I noticed. Last week I said the problem I wanted to work on is not freaking out about bugs so much. And I did that because there were less bugs, but I still didn't really keep my cool as much as I wanted to. Next week I'm gonna try again to not freak out in general and just relax and enjoy this last third of the trail. My favorite memory this week by far was tubing on Lake Pontusic. It was so fun. We were laughing like little kids, and at one point I remember saying, guys, look where we are, because we're in this beautiful lake surrounded by these mountains that we've been hiking through. So cool. I also noticed that the boat driver said that we were harder to throw off, and that could be because he's used to driving around little kids, or it was because we're thru hikers and we're used to being tenacious. But really, I guess the whole memory of being at the lake house and having so much luxury for a day, that was awesome. I'll remember that forever. What I learned this week was if you see a mosquito on you, you want to slap and rub. If you just slap it, sometimes it goes paralyzed, but then it falls to the ground, and some of them get back up again, weirdly enough. So you gotta slap it and rub it, and then it turns like into a ball of dead mosquito. It's really gross, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And also I learned that if you're having a bad day and you try to make yourself be happy, a lot of times that's just gonna make you feel worse. You gotta accept the fact that you're having a bad day and just take some time to yourself, do whatever you need to do. But if you're like, no, you're on the AT, you need to be happy, then that's not really gonna make things better. It's all a learning process, isn't it? Thank you for joining me for this chapter of my adventure. I hope to see you again. Who knows what next week will hold? And what it will hold is this place where I am right now, because I'm recording this on Friday morning of the next week. Okay, bye!